Easily the most anticipated DSPIAE tool to come out up to this point. The tool I bet you didn't even know you needed. The DSPIAE Tabletop Vise. What is going on, boys and girls? Welcome back to my channel. Of course, if this is your first time here, start off on the right foot, hit that like button and that subscribe button. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. So over the past couple months, we've been seeing DSPIAE really start to try to assert themselves as a dominant player in this hobby tool market. Their newly released tabletop vise is probably one of the most anticipated releases that we've seen from DSPIAE, other than their lacquer paints that I think should be coming out later on this year. Hopefully we'll check that out as well when those come out. DSPIAE has been teasing us with this tabletop vise since at least early November, and now it has finally been released. So for those of you who may not know what a vise is, or may not know why you would actually want or need this, so imagine that you're working on a part where you need an extra hand to hold a part up or hold it in a particular direction or hold it firmly. That's where this vise is gonna come in. So for me personally, this vise is gonna get most of its use either holding parts for me to do water slides or holding parts for me to do scribing in it. You know, different things like that where a third hand would come in really, really handy. So the first thing that we're gonna notice is that high quality packaging that we see on most of the DSPIAE products at this point. They do a really good job of making you feel like the item that you're getting inside is something super premium. Opening up the package, we get our first glimpse at the vise, and I gotta say, this is really aesthetically pleasing with the red, the black, and the steel. The vise comes 90% of the way already put together, but the actual grippers themselves do need to be installed on here. And unfortunately, DSPIAE doesn't give us any instructions inside the box on how to do this, but that's okay. It is pretty easy and pretty straightforward, but if you need to see how to put it together, I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. So what you'll notice is that in the accessory bags that come along with the actual vise itself in the box, you're gonna find a baggie with 8 little steel bars in it. These bars are actually the grippers themselves that you're gonna place on the actual head of the vise in order to grip whatever it is you're trying to grip. These right here are pretty straightforward enough. Just take them out of the baggie and place them on the actual vise head wherever it is that you want to, and you can even move these around in order to make different shapes so that you can better grip whatever it is that you're trying to hold on to. So the bonus here is that DSPIAE actually gives us some rubber tubing as well. This rubber tubing is what we'll actually use to make some sleeves for those gripper heads. Rubber sleeves make it easier for the vise to grip whatever part we have in here, and with it being rubber, I'm sure it actually grabs the part a little bit more gently as well. Also in these baggies, you'll find some rubber pads that you can also put on the bottom of the vise just to make sure that the stand won't move around on you while you're trying to work with it. You get 2 different options here, either 4 circle ones or 2 oval ones. I decided to go with the circles and put 1 in each corner. So once that's complete, we're actually ready to go ahead and use our vise. And so far guys, I've really been enjoying mine. One of the best things I love about this vise is the fact that the gripper heads on top can actually be moved around. This makes it easy for you to kind of make your own little custom setup for how you want to be able to grip a particular part. Depending on the shape of the part that you're trying to grab, you can move these little gripper heads around on top of the vise to give you the best ability to grab onto that part. The other really great feature about this vise is the fact that the vise head itself sits on a ball head joint, which allows you to be able to move this around a little bit separately and independently from the base. Simple little turn of this thumb screw on the side and you can be able to move around that head. So with all that said, there is one thing that I dislike about this vise, and it's kind of a small thing, but I think it's something that would definitely improve people's usage with this device. And it's the thumb screw, not the one that's on the bottom of the vise, but the one that's on the vise itself. For me, I would much prefer that instead of having this small thumb screw here on the actual vise itself, I would prefer to have one of those like bar and ball contraptions. I don't even really know what they're called, guys. I'll be sure to leave a picture here on screen or maybe a little video so that I can show you what I'm talking about. But yeah, I think this would work much better here on the actual vise itself, because then you would actually be able to go from a very wide to narrow stance and vice versa very quickly. With the small thumb screw that's here now, this is actually kind of hard and really honestly just kind of tiring on your hands, especially if you have large hands. So if we get a 2.0 version of this vise down the line, hopefully they'll just make this one little change. With this one little change, I think the vise would be absolutely perfect. But even without that small little change, this is definitely a tool that I'm going to be using the literal crap out of. Like, this thing is probably gonna get beat down because I can see me using it on every single project that comes in and out for various things. So I'm super thankful to have this. Shout out to DSPIAE for sending this over. So now, where can you guys get one of these? Well, first off, let me tell you guys that you can expect to pay between $50 and $60 for one of these vices. And it is newly released, but I'm starting to see it pop up a little bit here on the internet. So keep a close eye on your favorite hobby shop. They should be getting it in soon. Mecha Warehouse, my other channel sponsor, will be getting these in very, very shortly. So make sure you guys keep an eye out over at Mecha Warehouse, and you can save yourself 10% off by using my code over there, GE10, and grab yourself one of these tabletop vices or anything else that you see over there on the website that you want. But yeah, definitely run over there, check this out. So guys, real quick, I realized that I mentioned how much this device is gonna cost you, but I didn't talk about how I actually feel about the pricing. At 50 to 60 bucks, this is definitely priced as a very premium product. However, when you look at some of the other options on the market, I think that this is still priced very well. On one side, you've got very, very large vices that are really meant for more of your larger hobbies like woodworking, which are just kind of too big and too bulky to really be used well on scale modeling. And then on the other opposite of that, you've got some other scale modeling vices, but most of these don't have as many features as this DSPIAE one does. So with that said, with the features that this vise has that is really tailored towards scale modeling, I think that the $50 to $60 price tag is actually a pretty solid price tag. But just like you guys, I'm always trying to save money, so I would definitely try to find some codes, or if you guys get this from Mecha Warehouse or something like that, definitely use my code and save yourself some money. You guys will definitely enjoy this. I think this is going to be a very useful tool for a lot of you out there. I know I'm going to use the hell out of mine, so yeah, I'm super excited for it. Thanks so much for checking out the video, guys, and shout out to DSPIAE for being my channel sponsor and sending this over for me to check out for you guys. And let me know down in the comments below if you guys are going to grab one of these. Be sure that you check out some of my other product review videos, and yeah, go out there, build something great. I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.